Hello everybody, my name's Max. Welcome back to the Line Ball Pool channel. You've just been watching the Line Ball League qualifiers and it's all wrapped up now. So we're just doing a little video here to showcase what this means for the Line Ball League 2, which is coming next year, so we can get you excited for that, as well as all the other great stuff coming up on the Line Ball channel. Hope you're having a wonderful festive season. I pre-record these a little bit, so it feels weird saying Christmas so early in the year, but when you see it, we're going to be getting right into the festive season. So I hope you're having a great time with family and friends, and I hope you've been enjoying the Line Ball League 2 qualifiers. There will be spoilers for the series that's just been up on the channel, as well as the Line Ball League 1. It's quite an old series on our channel now, but if you've not seen both of those, I really would recommend you go back onto the channel, watch them first, and then come back. Also, if you've never seen Line Ball Pool before, watch the School of Line Ball Pool. It's a video on the channel from, I believe, 2024, and you can learn all the rules there, understand how the game's played, then come back and learn a little bit more, because if you're sort of coming in a little bit fresh to Line Ball, this video might be a little bit confusing, so definitely go and watch that stuff first. So, Line Ball League 2. Our qualification winners, Darren Charters and Stuart Girdwood, they were the players that finished in the top 2 of the Line Ball League qualifiers. And as a result, they are going up into the Line Ball League 2. The rest of the players, including myself, didn't quite make it. That also includes Ultimate Pool player Luke Terry. He also didn't make it through. So there were some really big names in the hat that didn't make it on, such as Brandon as well. Brandon is a Line Ball champion at one of our previous tournaments, and even he didn't make it as well. So big props to Darren and Stuart. They played proactive and really composed Line Ball as well. I think they had the least errors, obviously, and it really showed in the quality of their game. So if we just refresh ourselves with the final scores, obviously Darren first and Stuart second. Darren only lost one game, and I actually feel quite good about my performance finishing in third, because the only 2 losses I had in the whole series were against Darren and Stuart, which is frustrating in a way, because if I'd just beaten even one of them, I would have also gone up, but they played amazing and I made some silly mistakes against them as well. Luke will definitely bounce back. Brandon and Eric as well will also definitely be coming back in other tournaments. They are staples of the Line Ball channel now. And Helena as well. She had a really tough time in the league qualifiers, but we've done another little mini series that involves Helena. That's the Whitecliff's Invitational Pool League versus the Line Ball All-Stars, and Helena played in that as well, and she had a much stronger performance. So Helena will definitely be bouncing back. She has some really good eye in the Line Ball world. I think just the adjustment of the table meant that she was overhitting a few shots, and it was leading to some very quick losses. So Helena's definitely got some skill, and she's got room to bounce back in Line Ball. So, as it says there, Darren Stewart, they'll both be going up, and they will replace the relegated players from the previous Line Ball League. So, let's just revisit where we ended the previous Line Ball League. So, Sam Lazarus is the reigning league champion, which is really interesting because so far every promoted player and the champion all come from the Whitecliffs Pool League. So it's a really interesting way that Dover's been able to sort of take over the Line Ball game, but amazing to have them involved, and I'm really interested to see what will happen when Stuart, Darren and Sam are all in the same league system next year. So all the players that you see from first place all the way down to 10th, so the cut-off obviously being with Stephen Barwick at the bottom. All of those players have been invited back to play in the Line Ball League 2. We should be getting most of them through, but we have shrunk the format slightly, and that's because Rohan, who did manage to maintain his place in the league, he's now moved away from the area and is unfortunately unable to now take part in Line Ball tournaments. And also, I took away one of the relegation slots. You'll see that 3 players went down, but on the flip side, only 2 have come back up. So what I've done with this format, and the reason I've done it this way, is to just shrink it a little bit, because the Line Ball League 1 went on for quite a significant amount of time, and it was a big ask for people to watch and also for the players to play in it. The 12 games did feel like a real marathon, so I'm just trying to get it down to about 10 games per individual player, because we still want a good range of scores and placements. As you can see, there's a really great range of scores right the way through from 28 points down to 6, and it's a really nice gradual scale up. Everyone won games, everyone lost games. Even Sam, the champion, did not go undefeated, and he still had 3 games that he didn't end up winning. So we ended up with 3 players actually finishing on 9 wins, which is incredible. And the biggest shock for me was Kieran Paul finishing 4th place. If you've seen the series, he was top of the table for so long. One of Sam's defeats came really early, and Kieran didn't lose for I think his first 6 games, so he was top for such a long time. And then just a draw and a couple of defeats against some really lower ranked players caused Kieran to just drop through. And that's why this league format, we love it so much, because it really is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and it's about consistency over time. So I'm really excited to see Kieran bounce back and hopefully have a better Line Ball League 2. Also, big props go to Tom Axtell. He finished 6th in the league, but if you remember in the series, he was last place after 6 games. So he went from 0 points, 0 wins, and 6 straight losses, and then just came back, won his next 6, I believe, or at least 5 of his next 6, and has pushed himself into mid-table. So I know it's not necessarily the most impressive league finish, but given where Tom was, amazing result. So well done to all the players, and we're having a slightly shrunk down format just to keep it a bit more manageable and also make it a bit easier for you to watch, hopefully, as well. So where and when will this take place? Obviously, it'll be here on the Line Ball Pool channel, so make sure you subscribe. We have obviously the new videos every Tuesday, but this tournament will be taking place next summer, so probably about August time. I think I have it scheduled in for the Line Ball League to be published. Obviously, I pre-record a lot of the content and then sort of drip feed it through to you over a number of weeks, and we haven't recorded the Line Ball League 2 yet, so I'm really excited to see how it's going to go down. We'll probably record it in sort of the early months of 2026, probably March, April time, and then get it published obviously later on in August. So it's going to be similar to the format of last series: 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw, 0 for a loss, but there's only going to be 2 relegation spots this time now to just stabilize the league system. So I'm aiming for around 10 players, and or 10 to 11 players, and then only 2 of those will go down, because I think Izzy's relegation last season was really harsh. She had such a good tournament, and Izzy really did not deserve to be relegated. So the other major update is the 2.1 rules update. If you notice with the Line Ball League 2 qualifiers, we had a small change where you had to hit a cushion on every single shot, and also you could play shots backwards into the out of bounds zone to then come back into the score zone. So it was a really good place to test these rules out, and they worked really, really well. The one small change we're going to be making in the 2.1 update, and we will do a dedicated video on this, but I do want to share the key change now, which is that you either have to hit a cushion or you have to hit another ball that's in play. So for example, in Stuart's situation here that you're seeing on screen, if he was to just roll up and hit the reds that are sort of to the left of the black ball, he wouldn't need to hit a cushion in order for it to be a legal shot. Because what we don't want to do is have to reset the table if someone hits a couple balls and none hit the cushion. It just slows the pace of the game down, we feel. And I think for Stuart, and in this kind of shot here, it's either hit a cushion or hit another ball, and both should be rewarded because they're both important things to do in the game of line ball. And the 2.0 rule set, where you had to hit a cushion every shot, was really, really difficult. So we're just doing one thing just to help the players a tiny bit, especially players like Brandon, because I believe he was the one who was making lots of contact with the balls but not necessarily making it to cushions. And I think it is a rule that will help everyone, because it still has that flavour of International 8 ball where you have to either pot or hit a cushion, but also still keeps the line ball identity. So that's the small change we're doing there. But what comes between now and then? Between now and the Line Ball League 2, we have lots of tournaments, so it's well worth subscribing to the channel because you're going to get to see loads of stuff coming up. As I said, All-Stars versus the White Cliffs Pool League in Dover. That's going to be the second series we've done of that. It's the first little mini-series of 2026. Then we've got Line Ball 5 Strikes. This is a really awesome tournament. In fact, as of the time of me making this video, we are just about to record Line Ball 5 Strikes, and it is a more of like a mini game format. It's more like a game show, really, built with the foundation of line ball. I'll share more information in a dedicated video, but it's going to be a wild tournament. It's going to be probably the most chaotic tournament we've had since line ball level up. And then the next one after that will be the 10-minute takedown. Because one thing you may notice with line ball games is some games can be 30 seconds and others can be 20 minutes. So the 10-minute takedown format means that all line ball games will be condensed to 10 minutes. If you win after 30 seconds, you go again and keep going until there's a winner after 10 minutes. And it's just going to mean that every team plays each other for a consistent amount of time. It's something a little bit different, and we're just going to give it a try and see how it goes. So thank you very much for supporting Line Ball Pool. Your view and subscribe means the world to me. Don't forget to also like the video if you enjoy Line Ball Pool and want to see it grow. It really means the world to me that we've had such great support over the last few months, and just the growth on the channel is amazing. So you can also support Line Ball Pool if you want to financially help us. That would be amazing as well, but there's no obligation. We do have a link where you can do that in the comments. But as I said, just watching along, enjoying the videos is more than enough as well. So thank you for your time. Really appreciate you stopping by and watching the latest little update. And we've got loads of great sort of highlights and summary videos coming up over the Christmas period to celebrate the year of line ball that we've had. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday for the next episode of Line Ball Pool.